What's good with it, ladies and gentlemen? Big Good Soldier Cat back here once again. How's the wife? How's the kids? Great, perfect, amazing. Today we're going to be checking out YouTubers who messed with real gangsters. Now, as a non-gang member myself, I don't know much about the gang life, but what I do know is that if you play stupid games, you typically win stupid prizes. You know, there's a saying out there. It's a very popular saying. You f around, there's a lot of ways to find out. And I think in this video that we're about to watch, we're going to see a lot of those ways that you could have f around and found out. This is why I just keep my ass in this room and record videos instead of doing what the fuck these niggas be doing. Because it's like, it's so much safer. You know, this is such a safe environment. Like, nobody can hurt me here. But, anyways, I digress. We're gonna get into this. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you have not done so already. New merch is in the description. Make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. Make sure you support your boy, you know what I'm saying? Let's get into this.
Prank gone wrong.
Metro Police say on Friday night, two guys staged a fake robbery here to make a YouTube video, but not everyone was in on the joke.
What?
February 5th, 2021, an American YouTuber, Timothy Wilkes, staged a robbery prank for a YouTube video. However, his victims were more dangerous than he thought, and what they did to him changed the course of his life forever. Here are 5 times YouTubers messed with the wrong gangs.
What was that last one?
Number 5, Zachary Stoner. At 1:29 a.m. on May 30th, 2018, Stoner, known by his nickname Zach TV, was attending a rap concert at the Refuge nightclub in Chicago. He stepped out for a few minutes to grab something from his SUV, but right behind him was a black minivan filled with gang members. As he entered his SUV, the windows of that minivan came down and came out. The shooters fired many rounds at Stoner, with one tearing through his shoulder and another lodging behind his ear and into his brain. Stoner, who tried driving off the moment he noticed he was being shot at, ended up crashing into a light pole. The drive-by attack on Stoner was due to his content as a YouTuber.
What'd he do?
Zach Stoner dedicated his life to documenting parts of Chicago that few outsiders with video cameras ever bothered to visit. He uploaded the interviews on YouTube as Zach TV. So it's safe to say he was a vlogger. He would do tremendous work capturing local artists in their element. Sometimes even before anyone outside Chicago knew who they were.
Yeah.
Some rappers he captured that eventually went mainstream are Chief Keef, 600 Breezy, Queen Key, and FBG Duck.
Bro, you can't be filming these niggas committing felonies and putting it on the internet for you to profit off of. That's how you get. That's how he got. Did he die? Oh my god, dude. Bro, he should know better than to do that. How you gonna go up to a bunch of gang banging ruffians and just start filming all the felonious acts in front of your digital 1080p 4K camera? You're catching the crimes in 4K. No, man, that's not it. That's not it, man. Ah, man. I hate to say that this is a skill issue because, like, I don't think he's alive anymore, but, like, damn, bro, why would you do that? Why would you do that? That's not smart. That's just so not smart.
Possible to count how many lives he's touched with his work. However, his didn't just bring an end to his life, but also exposed the secret Chicago gangs that orchestrated his.
Oh no.
Police would arrive at 1:35 a.m. the morning of the. They discovered Stoner alone, slumped in his car seat. They checked his pulse, confirming he was dead. Then another cop found his loaded .40 cal pistol at his feet. However, he hadn't fired a single shot. Despite the numerous cameras around the scene and the many suspects apprehended, no convictions were made.
Are you serious?
If you're asking why, well, the truth is that the Chicago Police Department actually solved the case years after the but prosecutors declined to prosecute. So the alleged suspects were released. But before we get into those details, the first thing you need to know are the two gangs initially pinpointed as being responsible for Stoner's.
Listen, I don't know who you are, dude, but like, if I was you, I wouldn't say no names, okay? Like, you might end up just like, listen, for your own safety, right? Don't be like, if I was you, I'd keep this, like, you should probably end it there. Don't say, do not do, but if any gang members are watching this, I have nothing to do. Please don't shoot me.
The Town Gang and the Perry Avenue Gang.
Oh no. Both
these factions are located on the south side and have been longtime foes. For years they posted rap videos on social media taunting each other while attacking themselves on the streets. And since it's kind of known for young black men to be wrongly associated with the gang on their block, Stoner was assumed to be a member of Goontown, given that he grew up in their territory. However, there's a whole lot more to this story.
Sad.
The police tagged the death as a clash between mutual combatants, which is a disputed legal concept that allows two or more groups to settle their differences in a... And yeah, stuff like that still exists. The cherry on top of this fact was 2 of the 3 suspects arrested mysteriously, kinda like they were trying to cover it up. So with 0 leads and insufficient evidence, the case was dropped. And keep in mind that Stoner had anticipated this attack. In one of his vids where he interviewed a gang, seemingly glorifying them, he revealed he knew rival gangs would target him. That left him with no option but to carry a for self-defense.
But
and
you
he
didn't
didn't even
use
get to
it.
use it. He had a friend named Thomas T. Streets Davis, who was in the car the night he was shot. Now, while Davis survived the attack by reportedly firing shots back at the attackers, he was assassinated a few hours before Stoner's funeral back in 2018.
Crazy.
And just to silence the uproar that came with both, prosecutors claim they're leaving the door open to charges in both cases. But we highly doubt anyone will get charged for either murder.
Bro, that is just sad. If anything, that's scary. That's scary because bro was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And that can happen to anybody. Like, you could just happen to look like something that somebody's looking for. Isn't that crazy, guys? You could just so happen to look like something that somebody's looking for. And just because of that, you just like, now you look like SpongeBob. Now you got a bunch of holes in your body. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That when you actually think about it from that perspective, bro, that really brings an entirely different scope to life. One that feels a lot shorter and a lot more scary.
Timothy Wilkes.
A man shot someone during what police are calling a fake robbery.
Oh, no.
They say it was all for a YouTube video.
Oh, no. This is your
February
fault.
5th, 2021.
Yeah, I can have remorse for the first guy, but this guy...
As he attempted a robbery prank on a group of men in Nashville, Tennessee. Prank videos have become a niche for content creators to attract followers from all over the globe. And judging from the number of internet sensations who still film and post these types of videos, it's safe to say the move actually works. Unfortunately, the internet has become saturated with obnoxious pranks. However, instead of searching for other ways to go viral, content creators have opted to dial up the stunts, making them more outrageous and dangerous, even for themselves. To be fair, sometimes it works. Other times it ends in disaster.
That's bad.
Regrettably for Timothy Wilkes, his shot at fame through a dangerous and not thought-through prank ended with his death.
No.
9:30 p.m. on the night of the incident.
You went to a gas
Timothy and his
station?
friend
Bro,
armed
they're all
themselves with
packing.
butcher knives
Right,
to
pause,
film
bro,
prank
dude.
robbery videos. They planned to record people's reactions to being held at knife point. Then they chose the Urban Air Trampoline and Adventure Park parking lot as the scene for their fake crime.
Bro, that's
And once
so
they got
dumb.
there, they spotted a group of men to kickstart that prank.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Who raised this nigga, man? Why would you... He just threw away his life. He just threw away his life. This is the easiest way to throw away your life. Why would you do that? Dog, you're in the middle of like a very dangerous metropolitan city. You're wielding a knife, going up to people. This is America, okay? They got more than toes, okay? They got more than blades of grass. And you're going up to them wielding a knife, thinking like you're not gonna get like a couple caps busted up in your ass? I don't know, man. That's stupid. I know that. And I'm not even American. I'm smart enough to not go around and do that, bro. If the last one was a skill issue, this one is on 100% skill issue, maximum difficulty. You did it to yourself. I swear, there's nothing else to be said.
With their knives, they approached the group in the parking lot.
Come on.
One of the guys here is 23-year-old David Starnes Jr.,
Is that
who had a
ISO
gun
speed?
on him. Starnes, who completely had no idea he was in a fake robbery prank video, felt threatened and retaliated by fatally shooting Timothy,
Oh
killing him on
my
the spot, and also enabling his friend to escape unharmed.
Oh
By the time Tim's camera crew approached David and informed him that this was a prank, he stayed behind while his group fled in anticipation of the cops pulling up. A few minutes later they did, meeting Starnes with a weapon and Timothy Wilkes being attended by emergency services.
But he already died.
When interrogated by cops, Starnes told them the obvious truth, which was he acted in self-defense.
So did he go to
He
jail?
had no idea he was in a prank.
So did he go to jail?
How was he supposed to know? According to a lawyer speaking on his behalf, he said,
I'm sure the people involved would like to characterize this as a prank, but it certainly seems to be a prank that went seriously awry.
Yeah, that's...
That alone was enough to dispute any potential charges that could have been filed against Starnes.
good.
Especially when looking into the fact that there have been numerous botched YouTube pranks similar to this in the past. One of the many examples was 2017. YouTuber Mona Lisa Perez, who fatally shot her boyfriend, Pedro Ruiz, in a failed stunt for YouTube. You see, the two believed that a thick book Pedro was holding would stop a fired bullet at close range. The pair had tested that theory, and it worked. However, during the actual filming, Perez stood further away, and Pedro held a sturdier book. She fired that fatal shot about a foot away from Ruiz. That bullet tore right through the book, penetrating his chest, killing him. Mona Lisa, then pregnant with the couple's second child, pled guilty to manslaughter and was sentenced to 180 days in jail and 10 years of probation. In 2020, a similar case occurred when a group of teens decided to play a prank on one of their moms. Three of the young men wore ski masks, simulating a robbery by holding an airsoft gun against the woman's head. The woman's son, who was part of the prank, feigned fighting off the robbers while recording the scenario. However, what they didn't see coming was the 40-year-old woman managing to escape and run for her dear life. That prompted her son to contact the authorities, telling 911 that,
I just pulled a fake robbery on my mom and she ran. I think she called the police. She's nowhere to be found.
And as you might have expected, the woman's son, along with his two friends, all faced charges. And we could just keep on going with these botched YouTube prank videos that they try to get famous off of. But just like in the case of Timothy Wilkes, it almost certainly ends with some...
Honestly, bro, if you're one of these niggas that do these pranks, especially pranks that are like putting people's lives at risk, and you go out and you do these things, you need to be prepared to die. Like, you need to be prepared to die. But like, what's crazy to me is niggas really be doing all of this shit for clout? If you actually sit there and break it down, all of this is just for clout. Yo, clout is such a dangerous and addictive drug. It's the most dangerously addictive drug in America. Clout. Like, clout, if you think about it, clout kills more than any drug in America, in the world ever, bro. This is crazy.
As far as investigations have gone, David Starnes Jr. hasn't been charged with any crime.
I shall speak.
On the contrary, Tim's friend was expected to face charges for that prank. Yet at the time of this video, he hasn't been identified or charged for any crime. Nevertheless, days after the fatal shooting, Timothy's grandmother, Shirley Berry, said she had no idea Timothy had launched a YouTube career. It all kind of seemed like a mystery, but what had happened had already happened, and there was no taking it back. She just hopes that people learn from this tragedy and become more aware of the potential pitfalls of trying to earn social media money. If your children are doing anything like this, please let this be a note to really check on what they're doing. There needs to be awareness now that this is very dangerous. Number 3. Tanner Cook. April 2nd, 2023, Virginia. Cook was shot in a mall after attempting to play what he called a simple practical joke on a man who wasn't down for his shenanigans.
You gotta be kidding. Oh my God.
Tanner Cook's a member of the Classified Goons, a group of pranksters racking up millions of views across TikTok and YouTube for typical silly infantile jokes. Now, one of the group's most watched videos features popular streamer Gideon, in which he and one of the goons stroll through stores snitching on the camera person filming random people in a bombastic way to start drama. While this type of content is found amusing by a specific audience on YouTube, it certainly wasn't funny to 31-year-old Alan W. Coley.
This guy went to jail?
The nature of the prank involved Cook using Google Translate to play the phrase, "I think you smell," to Coley, who was in the mall picking up a DoorDash order. Coley told him to leave him alone several times and even swatted the phone out of his face, but Cook kept getting close to him. So, Coley drew out his and shot him in the abdomen.
Oh my God!
Immediately after the shooting, a shopper called the cops, who arrived just 3 minutes later to arrest Coley. As for Cook, he was taken to the hospital and had to undergo immediate surgery. While he did survive the attack, more details about the incident unfolded, changing the entire narrative.
Yeah, that nigga is never filming a YouTube video again. An investigation by authorities
claimed this incident wasn't Cook's first time seemingly harassing an individual for a prank. Cook's page contains clips of him acting as if he's vomiting on ride-sharing service drivers, making a fast food employee nervous by jumping behind the counter, and bothering people at stores. In one particular video, a man being pranked ran towards the camera aggressively. And in another, a store manager called the cops on Cook. Long story short, he's provoking people for dramatic reactions.
Yeah, that's... so the cops have so much evidence, and it's like, oh, man. Dude, you're not gonna get no justice, bro. Ain't no Tanner lives matter for your ass, dog. You done. You gonna have to hold that bullet, dog. You gonna have to hold that bullet in that abdomen, my man.
Meanwhile, the report also said this wasn't Coley's first run-in with the law. In 2012, he was charged with assault and battery after reportedly punching his father twice in the temple over a trivial dispute.
Oh, my God.
However, the case was dismissed in Loudoun Juvenile and settled out of court. So on one hand, there was Cook, who had been charged separately as the video showed he was actually following Coley around the mall. While on the other side, Coley was charged with aggravated malicious wounding, shooting in the commission of a felony, and discharging a firearm within an occupied building.
How did he go to jail?
But a big twist to the story was that Coley was acquitted. During the trial, Coley claimed self-defense. His defense lawyer, Adam Pulliard, argued that Cook's behavior, designed to provoke reactions for a YouTube channel, was menacing. He also asserted that Cook's pranks were meant to confuse people into generating views and weren't concerned with scaring people. Prosecutor Eden Holmes argued that the shooting didn't meet the criteria for self-defense. She emphasized that this bizarre prank, though unusual, wasn't threatening.
Don't know what she's talking about.
And according to the law it mandated, Coley should have reasonably restrained himself from using excessive force. For this, the jury initially struggled to reach a unanimous verdict, but ultimately they found Coley not guilty of all charges, supporting his claim of self-defense. And today, he's a free man.
Yes, sir! See, that's what we love to see, bro. We love to see it. Listen, this is the first time somebody got shot, and I'm kind of happy that the guy that shot the person is free. Like, bro, this is like, because dog, this nigga was just doing his job. Like, he was getting my DoorDash order. How dare you? This nigga went to the mall getting my DoorDash order. I didn't even tip him. Okay, he was doing his job getting my DoorDash order, and you sit there and you're harassing him. You're sitting there harassing him while he's getting my DoorDash order, trying to get me food so I don't starve. You're sitting there harassing him. Listen, you deserve all of that and then some. Okay, the nigga should put an extra shot. You lucky he didn't shoot you twice. Okay, if it was my ass, I would have shot you probably multiple times. All right, your ass would have looked like 50 Cent. No, but except you wouldn't have survived, okay? Your ass is lucky, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And you know damn well he's not doing that shit again. This is the beauty of this situation, too. He's probably never recording a YouTube video and doing that shit ever again. Okay? Your ass is gonna be just like me, sitting in this room, making videos in your lonesome, in this privacy and this safety. Amen. Okay, let's continue.
Number 2. Super Chinello. August 31st, 2022, Ruben Ortega, a.k.a. Super Chinello, was returning from an event with his wife and their son when a wave of violence erupted around their neighborhood. Ruben hurriedly got out of his car to open the gate to his house, but in the process was shot 10 times. Ortega was a passionate YouTuber, evident in his dedication to his craft. He embraced a significant aspect of Mexican culture from Tlayacapan in the state of Morelos, bringing awareness to his predominantly foreign audience about the dance and culture of his people. On some occasions, he would live stream events, wearing his traditional red mask and makeup to inject a sense of humor into his online character. He was loved so much by the locals, who saw him as a man happy to showcase their culture and heritage to the world. And although he wasn't all that famous, Super Chinello's did send shockwaves around the world. On the night of the incident, Super Chinello right in front of his home after taking multiple bullets to the body. His wife was seriously injured while their son was lucky enough to escape unscathed. The news of his death was made known on his Facebook page with a post that read,
"Unfortunately, everything's true. Our friend and colleague Ruben Ortega passed away. Thank you for showing your support."
Oh, that's sad.
Now the big question is, why was he?
Yeah, what?
Well, it's a very sad answer. Ruben was just another victim of circumstance in the continuous war between Mexican cartels, gangs, and other criminal organizations. Some say he had previously criticized corrupt politicians in some of his YouTube videos.
Really?
And that might have been the motive for his...
Listen, this is why... Listen, bro, this is to anybody that want to do this shit, this is why you stay the hell away. You just mind your own business, bro. Listen, if you want to have a nice, thriving career on the internet, the best thing you should do is anything that looks dangerous or menacing or potentially can hurt you, just stay away from it, okay? Don't stay away from it. Don't talk about it. Don't criticize it. The best thing you can do, dog, just sit at home and just make fucking Roblox videos or some shit, bro. Don't be doing these overly political criticizing. This shit is gonna happen 110%. This is unfortunate that this happened to this guy, but he's just another victim of many, okay? And you can be too if you're not careful, okay? Like I said, you f around, you can find out.
We can't say for certain if that's true or not. Ruben made everyone have a sense of resentment against the Mexican government.
That's crazy.
This was a guy who had done no wrong, who was a father, a husband, and a friend to everyone in his
he had
community,
a cool-ass mask,
who
too.
only wanted to bring out the heritage of his people, yet his own government couldn't protect him. Mexico had failed him, failed his family, and most importantly, failed his little boy, who would grow up traumatized without his father.
His
And if
son's
it's not
gonna
clear
grow up to
yet,
get
it
back
became
now.
evident that any and everyone in Mexico was in harm's way. Ruben remain out there, adding his name to the list of thousands more who have been innocently in the wave of violence plaguing this country as a whole.
That's sad.
It's a very scary thing to comprehend,
Nah,
because his death sent a message that no matter how you choose to stay away from the violence of these syndicates, no one is safe.
That's sad.
And number 1, Leslie and Pamela Montenegro. March
what?
2015. Pamela Montenegro, aka Lana Palucas,
Bro, she's like
disclosed
a grandma.
incriminating
How the
details on her YouTube channel regarding the connections between elected government officials and the independent cartel of Acapulco.
Oh no.
Tragically, they silenced her by brutally killing her in the worst way possible.
No.
Nana Palucas Leslie engaged her audience with videos ranging from politics and makeup tutorials to daily vlogs about her life. Her presence online
she's
took
like
a
a
unique twist when she
grandma.
adopted the persona of a lady donning this black afro wig, bold red lipstick, and oversized sunglasses. In a manner reminiscent of current TikTok trends, she would amusingly interact with people in supermarkets, asking them trivia questions to get their reactions. As time went on, her following expanded, prompting her to shift that content towards exposing corrupt officials within the Mexican government. Leslie didn't outrightly call out names. Instead, she skillfully conveyed her message through humor, though its impact remained unmistakable and stirred up considerable controversy. In these democratic communities, freedom of speech would carry no harm, right? Well, welcome to Mexico.
Oh, welcome
The
to
journey
Mexico.
towards her tragic fate began when she started shedding light on the activities of the enigmatic independent cartel of Acapulco, one of Mexico's most secretive criminal organizations.
But why would you
Now,
do
this specific
that?
cartel operated stealthily, often overlooked due to its clandestine nature. They've played a massive role in the hundreds of homicides carried out within the town of Acapulco, and were one of the many smaller groups in the area.
Come on.
So returning to Leslie, her publicizing the cartel's actions exposed her to death threats. Banners accusing her of collaborating with rival cartels to unveil the independent cartel's secrets and deliver them to the Mexican government began appearing around her restaurants.
Oh, no.
In response, Leslie vehemently denied these allegations, asserting that her information stemmed from reliable sources and that she had no affiliations with any cartels. Despite these threats, she remained resolute, continuing to post and exposing the cartel's activities, which turned her into a genuine threat to their operations.
I don't mean to be rude. You are a TikToker. These are seasoned gang members. They kill for fun. They wake up. That's their job. It's brave. You're a brave woman. But why? Me personally, I wouldn't even get involved. Why did you get involved?
February 5th, 2018, two men entered her restaurant during her night shift,
Oh, no.
ordered some beers, and mercilessly took her out. She was hit with 3 shots to the upper body, ending her life on the spot. Fortunately, Mexican authorities managed to apprehend one of the individuals responsible for this,
Okay.
El Pipas. The subsequent
Why
trial,
they blur
however,
his
took
face?
a perplexing
Why?
turn.
Never mind,
The
blur. I don't wanna
presiding
know.
judge inexplicably dismissed the charges against El Pipas,
What the?
despite an abundance of undeniable evidence.
What the fuck?
This unsettling outcome starkly illustrates the deep-rooted corruption that Leslie had fought against. Cartels manipulate the judicial system, even influencing high-ranking government officials and mirroring instances like El Chapo's daring prison escapes.
Holy
Leslie's
shit!
demise inadvertently led foreign entities to investigate the Acapulco cartel's affairs, eventually revealing the city's perilous state. The town itself made the ranking for being the world's second most dangerous city. The U.S. had even issued a special travel ban to dissuade Americans from going there.
In the world!
Leslie's hope of exposing the city's problems to both the public and the Mexican government aimed for change. Yet she tragically underestimated the extent of corruption.
She got herself involved in something she should have never done. And what's sad about it is that, like, she didn't get justice. And she probably knew she wasn't going to get justice if something like this happened. This is sad. This is so sad, but I'm glad I'm not one of these people. Oh my God. This is just a word of caution to anybody watching that wants to pursue a career in what I'm doing. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but whatever. Please just do what I do, okay? Sit in your room, make videos, have fun, drink mango juice. You don't have to, I will never die. You will never die, okay? You're going to have such an amazing time. The mango juice is fucking delicious. Okay, you just sit here and just take the.
So refreshing.
Drink this shit. Watch. Do what you need to do. Record your videos instead of like going out, putting your life at risk, threatening fake gang members that they're gonna get robbed and shit like that, bro. That's too much work. There's too much risk in that. Rest in peace to everybody who was in this video. Apart from the guy that didn't die, who probably should have. Anyways, I'm not going to wish that upon nobody. Like, I've never heard somebody who minded their business, who didn't get involved in things they had no business getting involved in, dying. Like, that's just never happened. I've been doing it my whole life, and I've never been shot, never been shot at, don't have no bullet holes in my body. Shoot, I never came to any close death experience ever in my life, ever in my 20-something odd years of life, okay? I think that's just probably the best way of living. Not to tell you what to do, but you should probably live along those lines as well. Anyways, that was YouTubers who messed with real-life gangsters. You guys let me know in the comments, who do you think was like the saddest one in this? I think personally it's either the first guy or the guy with the elephant mask. Definitely the guy with the elephant mask. He had a family, man. Like that. I mean, they all had families, but he had a little boy. And now that little boy is going to grow up to want revenge. Like that little boy is literally the Mexican Sasuke Uchiha now. He's going to grow up to just want to, you know, get revenge on anybody and everybody that did this to his family. And that's kind of sad. But you guys let me know which one is the saddest one in the description or in the comments down below. Also recommend me other kinds of videos. This kind of just popped up on my like homepage, and I was like, oh, that'd be cool to watch. So you guys let me know other videos that you want me to watch. Like the video, okay? Some of you guys are not doing that, and I see it, okay? And it makes me very angry. So don't be one of those people. Like the video, okay? Like the video. Don't be one of those weird people that don't like it, okay? If you like the video, go take 2 seconds. Just like the video, okay? Sub to the channel. If you guys have not subbed to the channel already, man, we're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. I'm trying to grind this channel to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Please help me in making that happen, okay? So make sure you go and sub to the channel if you have not subbed to the channel. Like the video if you have not liked the video already. Yeah, man, this was kind of crazy. This was kind of crazy, but, you know, life happens. Life happens. But with all that being said, I'm going to see y'all in the next video.
See just how I'm coming, yeah, I did this on my own. Don't you tell me something, cause I did it all alone. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. Came up from the guys and niggas show me some respect. Niggas mad cause I ain't break 'em off on all these checks. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah. You ain't helping nothing, no, nah.